guys, so I am here with a beauty video for you. This is a everyday look for me now that I have this fire hair. I will be Facebook living during this video, so if that kind of bothers you, I'm sorry, but I felt like I should do both at the same time because I Facebook live a lot. If you want to see my Facebook live videos, I will link my personal Facebook page down below so you guys can check that out. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this look. It's kind of like a citrine fire, I don't know, it's like all over the place look. So I'm super excited. This is kind of like my first official beauty video. It's not your typical beauty video. Like I said, I am Facebook living, plus it's not going to be like a voiceover or anything like that. It's just kind of like a talk with me, chat with me while I do my makeup type thing. I tend to like those better than like the voiceover or like the videos that play music through. So this is just how I chose to do my videos. If you prefer to see it the other way, then just let me know down below in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down below. I love constructive criticism. Yeah, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start on my eyeshadow. This is going to be, like I said, an everyday look. I am also Facebook living over here as well as recording for YouTube, so I'll be looking both different places. So everything that I used on my face, I'll go ahead and list down below in the description. Shades, stuff like that, where I got it, how much it cost, everything down below in the description if you want to see it. I just touched up my hair, so I've got a little bit of dye. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Foundation, everything is already done. The only thing I need to do is eyeshadow. Okay. So I'm going to be using this Morphe palette because this is a palette that I use pretty much every day. If I'm just doing a really super quick look, this is what I'm using. So everybody on Facebook can see as well. So yeah, I've kind of got a little thing going here. So if I'm like focusing more on one than the other, I'm super sorry, but yeah. So here it is. The shades are not named in the Morphe palette. So what I will do is when I go to do a color, I'll just hold it up and I'll just show you what it looks like because they're not named or anything in here. So yeah, now that my hair is red, I tend to do more orangey tones. So that's kind of what I'm going to be going with today, but I am going to be spicing it up with like a shimmer shadow from another Morphe palette. So, oh, cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so when I'm doing my everyday eye, I basically use two different brushes, and these are the brushes that I use. One is a Morphe brush, which is this top brush here, and the second one is an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that just came in one of my palettes. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is clean them off really quickly. I always have like a little towel sitting with me, and yeah, it's really, really dirty, but that's just what I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with those two. Like I said, I tend to do more orangey, reddish tones. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and stick with because that's what I do every day. And this look, typically, if I'm not explaining it, like, you know, step by step, it usually takes me about 10 to 15 minutes. But it'll probably take me a little bit longer today just because I'm explaining to both cameras. So the first color I'm going to start with is going to be this orange color here. So Facebook can see as well, that orange color, and that's going to be my blending color. I'm just going to pick a little bit up on that Morphe brush. And then these brushes are not numbered, so you guys can see as well. They're not numbered, so this is just what I'm using, and my mirror is a little far away. I probably should scoot up, or maybe not. Cool. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna start that in my crease and then blend on that outer section of my eye. When I'm doing a daily look, like an everyday look, I tend to not do a cat eye or not do a more defined eye. I usually don't do a cut crease. I say that kind of stuff for more like date nights, stuff like that. So I can, you know, that way I'm not sporting the same look every day, you know, my nicer looks. I'm saving them for special occasions, which there's nothing wrong with doing a cut crease for every day. A cut crease is just more elegant, I feel like. Plus on me, a cut crease makes my eyes look a little bit more oval shaped, and I want my eyes to be a little bit more bolder and round, even though they're obviously almond shaped, but I want to appear that I have bigger eyes, and a cut crease is not going to do that for me. So this is what I have right now, as you can see, and Facebook has already seen this look a couple of times, I think, but this is just kind of what I go with every day, so this is what I'm showing you. So okay, I have that down. Now I've decided to take, just to kind of make it a little bit more neutral, for those of you on Facebook that are watching or on YouTube, if you're not into the whole orange fiery look, you can do a little bit more neutral just to kind of neutralize it down. I'm going to use this color right here from the Morphe palette. It's just like a skin toned, just a neutral color, just to kind of blend that out just a little bit. And you can use this in the crease instead. And I'm wiping my brush off every time I dip into a new color. So you can use this in your crease instead of the orange if you wanted. I just like the orange because I like the way that it looks with my hair. And I will define the orange a little bit more because I like a more bold look. All right, so next step, we are going to take that ABH brush right here, that fluffier side, and we are going to dip into our orangey orange. I don't know what this color is called, but it's very, very orange. Can you see that? Woo! Maybe you can if I hold the palette open. This orange right here. Super orange. I love this shade. And then we're going to focus this on the outer portion of our eye, because that's where we want the most color to start. And then we can work it into our crease. Now this is also a good base for a sunset eye, so if you wanted to do a sunset eye with this, you definitely could, and just add a little bit of yellow to your lid. This is, you know, this is the base look for a lot of my looks, for the fire look, for the sunset look. If you wanted it to be true sunset, you could do purple on the bottom lash liner as your bottom liner, or you could do a purple lid instead of a yellow lid and do a yellow crease. You can use this look in a lot of different ways. So there we have it. Blend it out very nicely. Make sure they're even. They look even. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with that first orange here. I do a little bit of blending at a time. That orange right there. Is that it? Yeah. That orange right there. And with that same ABH brush, and we're gonna blend out that top just a little bit more. Just a tad. I like to bring my shadows really close to my brow. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I like to. All right, so from here, like I said, you can add the yellow onto the lid. You can use the yellow as your blending color. You could put the yellow under your bottom lashes. You could do a red lid or orange lid and do a yellow inner corner. You could do whatever you wanted from here. This is just like a base for a everyday look for me, or a sunset or fire look for anybody else, or for me as well too. So this is just a good base for either of those looks. Blending is very important, I think. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so to add to this a little bit more, because I'm not going for the sunset look, I'm just going for a more reddish orangish look, I'm gonna add a little bit of red. Yeah, they're cats in the galaxy flying on hot dogs. Yeah, I love my cat shirts. If you just got on Facebook, I'm filming for YouTube and Facebook all in the same sense, or the same time. That made no sense. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, I will link it below in just a few minutes. So yeah, I'm going in with, sorry about that, Facebook, with this red color here from the palette. This is a color that I use on my brows. And I'm going to add that right in my crease. I'm going to try to stay away from that outer portion. And this brush is really good. This is that Morphe brush again. This brush is really nice because it's fluffy, but it also has a defining tip. If you look really closely at it, you can see how defined that tip is. It's very nice. So I'm gonna go ahead again into that crease. It's putting it in my crease as well as blending it out as I'm turning the brush, because the way that the brush is made, it has a flat tip, but it also has a blending side to it. So I can put it in my crease really nicely with the tip, just like this, and then turning it as I blend it will help fade it into the rest of my eye a little bit better. So that's what we have so far. All right, so now I'm going to, you see this little line here? I'm pretty sure you can see it right there. We want to get rid of that. So I just pick up a little bit more of that orange, start it on the outer corner because you don't want it to look too dark. You want it to match the other eye, and just blend it, just like that. All gone. All right, so next I'm going to add my lid color. So this is the Morphe 350M palette, which I just used. Now we're going to go into the Morphe 350S. The M means matte, S means shimmer. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Here's all of the beautiful shades. Because I did very orange on my crease and blending here, I think I'm going to mix these two colors right here and this one together to make a nice, that color looks really, really white or like silvery, but it's really not. It's kind of orangish reddish based. So I'm gonna go with that, and I'm just gonna use a flat lid brush by Morphe. Thank you, China. It really just takes a lot of practice. The more you sit here, and I will tell you, YouTube videos, watching YouTube has helped a lot. It's really helpful. So I'm gonna pack this all over my lid as a base shimmer. It's such a pretty color. Then I'm gonna flip my brush and grab a little bit of that lighter color. And just in the front a little bit. And you can fan that out if you want. Just like that. That's it on the shimmers. You're done with those. Okay, so going back to the matte palette, we want to just define that crease a little bit more with that red. The same method, because you kind of lose that crease when you add any kind of shimmer because the colors do blend a little bit. Just like that. And that's it. Okay, so we're going to take that Anastasia Beverly Hills brush and we're going to take that other side, which is more flat, more of a smudging brush or a packing brush. And we're going to take that orange that we used at the top and we're going to use that right on the bottom lash line just to smudge out that color a little bit. Just like that. And I'm I noticed that this other side is not as... There we go. Better? Alright. So, now I'm going to do a liquid liner using E.L.F. here. This is my favorite liner. Liquid liner is very hard. So, I'm going to be very, very quiet as I do this. I'm going to move my mirror up. Ooh, just a smidge. Move you guys over. There we go. Just a classic wing for every day. Okay, so I went ahead and did my other liner off camera. That way it wouldn't be too long for you guys, but that's what I have so far. I'm now going to put a bottom lash liner. I know people say like don't pull on your eyes, stuff like that, but like I've told Facebook before, it's kind of hard for me not to. So I just hold it down very lightly and add a little bit of liner. Don't want to go too crazy. Sometimes I like a heavy liner, but for every day, a little goes a long way. Okay. So since I've got that liner on now, I'm going to take that orange again and just smudge out a bottom lash line. This opens up my eyes and just blends everything together, and it makes it look so much more nicer. Next, I'm going to be using some mascara, and like I said, I will be listing everything below that I use in the description, so you can check out those products if you want. Make the ugly mascara face. I don't do a lot of mascara, like I don't do coat upon coat, because number one, it's bad for my lashes. I don't know about you guys, but applying millions of coats pulls my lashes off, and I already have no lashes as it is, so I'm trying to save what I have left. Plus I don't wear falsies, so I kind of have to work with what I have. So I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply some highlight using the Sleek Solstice palette, and I'm gonna be using this color here, and I'll put the name below. I'm gonna highlight. A lot of people use fan brushes. I like to use this pointy, kind of like a pencil brush, but it's more fluffy, from Morphe. And I just kind of dab it on there. A little bit up here on my nose, Cupid's bow, and the bottom of my lip. I love this highlight. It's my favorite. Okay, so for every day, I usually do a nude. Unless I'm doing a colorful look, then I will do, you know, a lot of people do nudes with colorful looks. I like to kind of be outside of the box, so I usually don't. I'm gonna go ahead and mute this a little bit on my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and use a nude. So I typically either use this midi color or Cheap Thrills by ColourPop. So I use either of these two. And I'm gonna go ahead and use midi because it's my favorite, and everybody on YouTube knows this is my favorite nude. I try not to overdraw. I do feel like with nudes though, it's easier to overdraw and get away with it. Sorry. As with colors, like vibrant colors, you can kind of see everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'll set my face, and sorry there, this is just like a mixture of E.L.F setting spray and Urban Decay setting spray. I just kind of make my own little concoction there and just set everything down. So this is the look. This is everything. The eyes, and there will be photos at the beginning or the end. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you later.